Alright guys, this message is going to be for my Capricorns out there. The first thing I heard when starting your video, well, right before I started your video, was awkward. I heard a person think that. Like somebody's thinking, I don't know if this is you, Capricorn or Capricorn cross watcher, or if this is another person that's going to be like around you somewhere. I don't know if this is at your home, your place, their place, a place of business. But there's this vibe of awkward. Like someone's going to be feeling very uncomfortable. Why? Because I think someone's coming to the understanding that, like, someone's realized something, I believe. They've realized something about another individual or a particular company, a particular group of people that they have to be around. And like, this is an awful example, but I'll give an example. Let's say you are in, I don't know, a doctor's office, or you're in the gas station somewhere, or standing in line at a place. And maybe somebody like outside, we'll use a gas station, somebody outside of the pump next to you was rude to you before you even went inside. You know, like, I don't know what they did, what they said, but maybe they cut you off, not only that, and like got in front of you and took your pump, the only available pump, but then they like flipped you off and cussed you out or gave you a little piece of their mind. I don't know how they treated you. Then you go inside and you're at the gas station, like you're in there waiting to pay for some reason, like maybe the pumps don't work and you can't pay at the pump. And lo and behold, what happens is they end up being in line right behind you. So not only is it like awkward because you're kind of like mixed emotions. Like, do I turn around and bitch slap the shit out of them, or do I turn around and say, you know what, fuck you? Or do I just kind of just bite my tongue, right? Do I just not say anything? Like, you're just trying to like be the bigger person, or you're trying to, you know, not really, it doesn't matter how much you're hurt by what someone said and how they acted and how they treated you. You're just trying to hold it in. You're trying to pretend that, you know, it's not getting to you. It doesn't bother you or something like that. So you keep moving forward, but it's uncomfortable. It's awkward because they're right behind you and you just feel their eyes on the back of your neck. You feel them staring at you and just evil eyeing the shit out of you, and you know they're watching. That's what I'm getting here. That type of awkward where it's like somebody who's been blatantly, it could be your partner, it could be your family member, you know, vice versa. This could be reversed. Or it could be a child of yours that's been just, you know, and it's like they know that you're upset with them. I don't know. There's this vibe of there's like the elephant in the room. Or there will be. This is coming in the near future when you or another is going to have to be around each other, even a stranger. But it's like, this is really awkward. Or like, let's say, this has actually happened to me before. This one right here, the spirits reminded me. So thank you, God. One time I was going to go into the store. This was not even that long ago, like a year or two ago. And there was these two women that were like super aggressive, okay, that day. They were very aggressive in their vehicle, and they took this parking spot that they could clearly see I was going to go into it. And I'm like, okay, you know? So we get out, we're walking in, and they're just talking shit because there's two of them. They're just ganging up against me because it made them feel better, made them feel stronger, you know? And I definitely get a sense of ganging up on here. Even like the person in the line in my vision, the first one I said in the gas station, maybe they're on their phone and they're like, yeah, this bitch. And you know they're talking about you. And it's like, if I was evil like I was before, if I drank like I did before, if I was high like I used to be before, if I was crazy like I used to be before, still am, but I've tamed myself, I would fuck this bitch up. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't even know. You know, it's like those crazy eyes. You know, I can feel like somebody's like, and I can say that because same, where you're just like, I'm tired of it. But you don't say anything because you know we're not in high school anymore. You can't just get in fights. You can't just throw hands, even though you really fucking want to, because people call the cops these days. When we're older, you know, people still want to act like children and do things that children do to push your buttons to see how far you'll go to make you snap, so you're crazy. And it's like, meanwhile, they step back and they're like, well, I'm innocent in the matter. I didn't really do anything. Well, maybe I did a little bit of it, but I didn't do anything that terrible. Anyway, I went to Walmart that time, and they were like the two women, because we happened to get out of our vehicles at the same time, even though I had to go park way far away. By the time we all got out at the same time, they were behind me, like, just talking shit. And I'm like, So you know what I did? Because I had to. I like straight up had to. Because I have a side of me. I think we all do. But I've also experienced a lot of abuse in a lot of different ways. Yeah. And that'll drive a bitch fucking mad. And so I called my mom, because my mom's my best fucking friend. And I called her and I was like, Mom, I'm gonna fucking I need you to talk me down. And she was like, leave, just leave, don't even get anything, go back to the store later. And I was like, why should I have to fucking leave, you know? I'm getting worked up thinking about it. Like, why should I have to when this bitch is the one running her fucking mouth? Like, you know what I mean? I need shit for my kids. Like, so I did. I'm still getting angry about it. Because there's shit that just ain't fair. You know, it's like, it's not fair. It's not fair, and then people get to sit there and play, like, and talk shit about you, and they gang up together. You could even have a couple here. I don't know why I'm getting a couple here that just likes, like a husband and a wife, 2 husbands, 2 wives, whoever. It's a spouses, or they used to be spouses, and they sit here and just talk all day, just run their fucking mouth about you. It's like, do y'all talk about anything else? Oh, like your child or your children? You know, the important things. Why is my fucking name being brought up? For as much as y'all talk about me, I should get paid. Yeah? You think that's fair? Would you like the shoe to be on the other foot? But you can't do nothing about that. You know what I mean? Some of you in the near future, it's like awkward. You're going to have to be around somebody that you know damn good and well talks shit about you. You know damn good and well stalks you online. You know damn good and well has a lot to say about you and a lot of opinions. And you're just like, keep on, bitches. Keep on. Y'all want me to go crazy? You want me to react? You want to make all these little fake accounts and write your smart ass little fucked up comments because you're not ballsy enough to just say who the fuck you really are. And even if you were, you're just trying to poke at me. You're just trying to poke. Meanwhile, you couldn't have handled half the fucking shit that I went through. You know what I'm saying? So run your fucking mouths. Keep on. One day, y'all are going to trip and fall over a rock. The rock is an accumulation of all the hatred and all the gossip that you've been doing when it comes to me. You're going to trip over that same rock and fall on a massive cock of karma. And it's going to choke the shit out of you. Okay? I'm just saying, you know. I said a cock of karma. That's exactly what I said. Somebody's like, did she just say a cock of karma? I did. I said a cock of karma. All right? Awkward. That's what I feel. It's like awkward. It's awkward to be, you know, if let's say you work somewhere. Now, this is not for everybody. For those of you who go into a job, you go into a place of business, you know, there's just somebody like, you know, don't like you, you know, or maybe because you've caught them talking shit, or you just know. I don't know why you know, but you know, 100%. Okay. Or you just know that they're like, this can go a million ways. You know what I've been getting for Capricorn is like an affair. Somebody here who's been having an affair, or like they have a crush on their boss, but their boss is married, and their boss has been really just stringing them along, making them think just so they never leave, they never quit. You know what I mean? Because everybody else does. They don't really respect any of their employees. They're still paying them way less than they should. They still genuinely don't care about the people, but they know how to play the game because this is someone who's trained. This is just business. It's like the Satan messages we had a couple weeks ago when I said it's all about business with Satan. It's the same type thing, right? This is a businessman. This is just an example, but this will be like if somebody's goes into work and they know the person that they work with, or the actual boss, or somebody like higher up than them, they don't really care about them. Like they've realized it. Somebody's realized it now, or they're beginning to, and it hurts because this is somebody who's genuinely got a good heart and could go a little, like, it's like, you know, somebody's torn right now almost. Like, do I snap? Because if I wanted to, I could fuck you up. You know what I mean? I could really, like, someone's kind of fighting with their, like, devil on their shoulder and their angel on their shoulder. And it's only fair because someone has actually been mistreated. Someone's been used. Someone's been abused. And you can be abused in a million different ways. And that shit over time gets old. And it makes people lash out and do unpredictable things. So there could be someone here who's like fighting with themselves, trying to do the right thing, which God ain't sleeping. You think God don't see that? God definitely sees that somebody, you know, but at some point, you know, you think God doesn't understand if you have a moment where you're going to just be like, enough is a fucking enough. I think that's what's going to happen here. Somebody's going to have enough. But at this moment, in this message today, it's just awkward. It's like going into the office today or tomorrow or in the near future, going to be awkward. Because it's going to be like, oh, awkward. because this is because somebody's already had the realization that who they're dealing with doesn't really care about them. They just flirt with them. Meanwhile, they don't even care about who they're married to. They care about nothing but money. That's what they care about. And somebody's like, no, they're a sweetie and I feel bad for them. Why? They're not a fucking sweetie. This is somebody who's using you, just like they used everybody else in that office before you fucking got there. You just didn't see it. You didn't want to believe it because you got a big heart, but now you're going to fucking see it, you know? Or it's a family member here who's going to finally see it. And it's like, well, it breaks my heart. Why? Breaks your heart? How the fuck do you think I've been feeling this whole time? You know, it breaks my heart to realize that who I've been dealing with is not really trustworthy. And it's like, you're just now seeing it? Honey, join the bandwagon. Like, do you understand how long I've been treated like this and I've had to be quiet about it? You know? Awkward. Yeah, some's fucking awkward here for somebody. It's like... Now, I also can think of another scenario. I'm getting a situation where, like, this would only be if you probably had younger children, because younger children will talk, you know what I'm saying? Or if somebody has a child here, maybe someone has a child with autism. Possible. Maybe a kid's going to go to, like, school, or maybe I'm hearing, like, a recital. They're going to go to something. They're going to mention something. They're just being honest. They're just saying, I don't know what they're saying, but they're saying something. And whoever the instructor or the teacher is, or maybe even their friends, like their own age, are going to be like, it's going to be an alarm. It's going to be an alarm. But you hear how that alarm is? It's not like one of those loud, annoying alarms like the end of the world, like zombies. It's like, you know, so I can picture someone, that's the awkwardness here. You know, it's like a kid says something in class and it's like my daddy, my mommy, and then I don't know what it is. It's like side eye, you know, side eye. But then the teacher, even the students are like, oh, yeah. You know, like, because that's the alarm. It's more like, yeah, we'll laugh it off. But really, then they go home and they kind of deliberate, or they go have a meeting, or the teacher or the kids go tell the teacher, and they're like, that made me really uncomfortable, like, you know. Or maybe it's like a bunch of kids in the bathroom, especially girls do this, and they talk, you know, and they say something to a friend because they think they can trust them, and maybe this is a good thing about their friend depending on what the kid says, and it gets back to them, like, you know, maybe it's a good thing, but it's awkward for somebody. It's awkward to hear. You guys know this is like totally on a side note, but I'm actually, in fact, probably now when I get off this video, I'm gonna make, let me write that down. Now this is not for everybody, this part, but there's a reason I'm feeling the need to tell you in here. I'm very open, and I still get shit whether I'm not or I am. It doesn't matter. People still fucking hate me and hate on me, so fuck it. I'm just gonna be my damn self. So anyways, I've always had like a weird learning disability. Mine was more, I don't know how to explain it. It stresses me out even thinking about it. I've had some learning disabilities, but I'm also like highly intelligent in other areas, right? Like, you just have to know me to kind of know. So I don't know how accurate these things are. That's why I want to contact my doctor and get tested, because I think I'm on the spectrum. This is why, like, I really enjoy watching shows like Love on the Spectrum and things like that, because I get it. Like, I get autistic people. I totally get it. And I don't know, like, what level. I know nothing about it. But one day I started thinking about it. I'm like, am I autistic? Like, am I on, like, do I have I don't know. So I did some tests. Just not with my doctor yet. I did tests, and I did several different tests online, and I actually tested autistic on all of them. So I'm not surprised. What does it change anything? No. And it's not embarrassing to talk about. I mean, no, it just helps me. If I make this doctor's appointment and they end up confirming, it would just piece a lot of things together for me. That's all it would do. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of moments that I find that are awkward. Like, I'm awkward around people. Like, there's a lot of things I find bullshit in this fucking fucked up world. There's a lot of things that I'm like, I just sit back and I'm like, am I like an alien here, or is there something, what's going on? Because I feel like I don't, like, everyone or the majority of people are on like this one thing, and I'm on like something completely different. And there are others like me. I know, I'm well aware, but there's just like not as many of us. That's how I feel. That's how I fucking feel. I don't mess with just everybody. I don't let just anybody in. And I also like a lot of space. A lot of space. Whereas it would piece things together for me to really know, because people get pissed at me and they expect me to like give what I can't give, you know what I mean? Or like 100% like be like, they expect me to live up to a certain standard that like I'm not, that's not me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why. I'm not trying to make this message about me, but there's a reason I'm talking about it. Some of you, somebody's autistic here. I don't know who's autistic, and you can be autistic in a million different ways. You know? Autism is, it's beautiful. I don't understand why there's like a stigma on it with some people. I think it's highly misunderstood. But yeah, I felt like needing to like share that with you guys just now. So yeah, that's something I plan on doing, is actually getting a test through my doctor or something. I don't know how they would do that, but it would make sense why I am scoring on every test that are non-related as autistic in different levels. But yeah, it's just, you know, sometimes it's like you don't connect. Things are just awkward. Now, it could be that. Maybe that's part of the message, too, for you guys, is someone here just feels really awkward, and maybe they need to be diagnosed, or maybe they have been diagnosed, and they struggle a little bit than your average person, because, you know, they're different. That doesn't mean anything, just different. Different is different. So, yeah, that's what I have for Capricorn or Capricorn cross watcher. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.